Hi Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you. Whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to find it. That being said, of course, be real with yourself. Never give all your power away to tarot. It's just there to guide. So if you guys would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Pisces and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji if you're more comfortable with that. It just gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. And that is always my offer, as you know, for anybody who's returning. All right, so we start with a message. Pay attention to your dream time, Pisces. Messages of guidance are drifting in. I do feel like it's a really intuitively strong time for Pisces right now. A lot of them, big changes have been coming into their lives. As I say, Wheel of Fortune and Empress. This is what a wonderful set of cards to come out together. It's about damn time, Pisces. So the Wheel of Fortune is a karmic card. It reminds you that divine timing is at play. Exactly where you're at right now is exactly where you should be, which is a relief, isn't it? We oftentimes question, oh, should I have done this? Or should I be here at this point? Or by now, should I? And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune wipes that all clean and it says, no, Pisces, everything leading up until now, it just worked out perfectly. It led you to this moment right now, right here. And Empress is total abundance. This can be a windfall of abundance. It could be just, it could be within your relationships. You might be looking real fine to somebody out there. It's a little bit vague still, but this is very positive energy. And Wheel of Fortune also is, it's kind of a good news card too. So I like that this is, basically confirming that good times are ahead. We'll leave it there. All right, what's coming towards my Pisces at the time of viewing this? Please make it clear. We have the King of Cups. That's you, boo. What do we need to know about the King of Cups? Okay, stay right where you're at. Two of Wands comes out in reverse. Let me get a couple more. Some of you guys are actually, instead of taking a leap forward on plans that maybe you thought you were going to make, maybe you're going to make this with another person, or maybe previously you're going to travel, whatever these plans are, I think you're allowing yourself to reverse them. You're allowing yourself not to move on these plans just yet. I think you're hitting the drawing board, as they say, again, and this might have created conflict. But it's almost like it's been a test with the Judgment card out there. This is spiritual promotion. This is like, like you jumped through a hoop using your faith and intuition. And I feel like you screeched everything to a stop. I have a feeling this whole reading is going to go back to that intuition theme. It didn't feel right, possibly. You know, the King of Cups comes out just to represent you, but also to remind you that you are very emotionally mature. This is the most emotionally mature card in the entire deck. So if you're feeling conflict around plans that you are making, it's okay to slow them down. It's okay here. And it might upset some people or it might create some conflict, but that is the test in of itself, is listening to yourself over anything else. What else do we need to know about this? Queen of Wands comes out with a Four of Pentacles. So Queen of Wands is a separate energy. This person, they represent confidence. They're fiery. They you know where they stand. They don't hide their emotions. They like nice things. So why are they coming out with a Four of Pentacles? It means that they're pulling back their energy. This could be somebody pulling back their support, somebody pulling back even their money, potentially. What is this Queen of Wands pulling back? Tell me. We got a lot of Leo energy here too. Strength card with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this person's, it's not easy for them either. I'll leave it at that, And so this is the way that they're coping. I have a feeling that this is, for most of you guys, another person being affected by you putting pause button on plans. Probably on the other end of this conflict here, the Five of Wands. But let me talk to you about this Judgment card. You know, we were talking about how this is a promotion, maybe a test. You could call it a test, jumping through spiritual hoops around faith and listening to yourself. Here's the thing with Pisces, and a lot of Pisces tarot readings make a little pit stop on this theme. We're very nurturing, and without even realizing it, we put other people ahead of us. We're asking everybody else, how are you? How are you? How are you? And we oftentimes get ourselves deep into situations and kind of like wake up one day and we're like, oh my God, I am emotionally starved, or my well is dry. We've all been there, haven't we? And that's why this is a promotion. This is why you win this round of being a Pisces in their life, because you're listening to yourself. Not this Queen of Wands. You know, it's like they can be in charge of themselves too. Giving them an opportunity to be in charge of their own emotions. All right, so what else? Where are we going here? What do my Pisces need to know? Of course. Do they all fly out? No? Oh my Lord. So by going, I love how clear this is. Hermit card. Going within, this is a Virgo energy. This is going within, getting quiet. You might have retracted your energies so that you can listen to yourself. And this is not maybe just from the Queen of Wands, but it's also from other people. You might be feeling like you just want to hang out in your pajamas in front of a fire and talk to your phone about a tarot reading. Just kidding. But yeah, so we got the Seven of Wands. This is feeling a very certain way, feeling very much in your convictions about something that you might not know what's around the corner, but you know that this is going to make you happy. This is the Sun. I mean, this is the happiest card in the deck. You know that wherever that lantern is leading you, it's going to be towards happiness. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's why the conviction card of the Seven of Wands comes out, to fight off any doubts. And the Hermit card, the darker it is, aka the more quiet it is, the better he can see the path with his lantern. You know, like if it's sunshiny out, if it's all so easy peasy and the sun's out already, he can't even tell that lantern is lit. That lantern represents his inner voice, right? Traditionally in Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he's like in the dark woods, you know? Because he can feel in that discomfort or that dark so loudly, like the beating of his own heart, his opinions, his feelings, his convictions about something. It's not just opinions. Opinions is way too flimsy for this. This is intuition. It's leading you here. So if you came tonight to YouTube to get confirmation that you're on the right path, confirmation that like you don't know maybe what's around the corner, you're a little bit, you can only see the light from that lantern. It's not all lit up, but you know that it's leading here, a flood of light. This lantern turns into the sun in the sky, right? Follow that lantern. Keep following that lantern. It's just like a peephole, right? It's a peephole of this light. And you're like, okay, that feels good. That's all I need right now. I'm just going to keep on doing that thing that feels good. And no, it doesn't really align with my previous plans. That might piss some people off. They can text, they can call. I'll answer them later. I just need to follow this light. And that light is going to get wider and wider, and the path is going to get more and more clear. And then, oh my God, you're going to see some trees, and there's been flowers. There's a beautiful grove over there, and look, there's some deer. The whole place is going to it's going to get flooded with light. Keep going. King of Pentacles in reverse. What do we need to know about this? And you might be expecting, you might be surprised if you don't hear from an individual here. You might be expecting them to reach out, to passionately reach out even. And they might be colder than you expect. But the Hermit, in truth, wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, the question is, like, if they did reach out and they were really warm and they said all the things that you needed to hear, well, then the Hermit, it would interrupt the process of this Hermit. What else we need to know? Oh, let's just take it. Truth is, I don't think that this was a reciprocal situation. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. It wasn't truly reciprocal. And I'm just going to take these awkward cards that are falling willy-nilly. And I think that's going to be very clear by way of this whole process. I think there's a little more that you're going to discover here. That's what you're discovering, is that you were alone all along, or that you were on your own. You weren't getting enough. I'll leave it at that. I'm sorry to yell at you. I don't mean to. You were not getting satiated. Your well was not getting filled. And I think this event, or this process of going within, listening to your intuition, scrapping some plans, listening to yourself, it's going to reveal somebody's true colors. And it might come with a little bit of heartache, but I don't think that lasts for long. I think the truth is more important. And I think the truth is that those plans would have led you far away from your intuition. They would have led you away from the sun. And that's the path that you're interested on being right now. So let's ask what's around the corner for my Pisces. If they keep following this lantern towards the sun, stick to their convictions, okay. Where is that going? What is that? So it's suggesting that. Okay. Funny that we got on top of that sun, we got a sun in reverse. And then we get our King of Pentacles, but upright. So we're working with opposites. So listen, there's going to be a moment where you're wrapping up odds and ends. It's obligatory. It's like doing the right thing, that type of thing. Light is at the end of the tunnel, and that's the part where it's probably going to be the least comfortable. But what's cool about this is that you're doing the right thing. That's the sun upside down and the 10 of Wands for anybody who reads. But this is also reinforcing this period of time of, like, you know, we live in this reality of relativity, right? You can't have the light without the dark. And so in this discomfort and this sense of obligation of just wrapping some odds and ends up with this, you're going to really feel the moments where you're happy. You're going to feel the things that give you joy. And we need that relativity. It helps us stay on the path. But this is what's next. 2 of Wands, upright. So the tarot is speaking to us very clearly. Earlier, when I said you got to scrap those plans, or you're going to hit the pause button, that was the 2 of Wands in reverse, right? This is making new plans. This is not necessarily acting on them. You don't have to do that yet, but this is letting your imagination wander. This is writing pros and cons lists. This is being honest with yourself and writing down or considering things that you've always wanted to do, things that feed into that lantern, that light. Who's this King of Pentacles? For my Pisces. Oh God, are you serious? One sec. Boom, boom. We are having so many repeat cards. It's hilarious. I do think that King of Pentacles is coming back into the picture. I know, right? I think it's like once you've stopped waiting for them to do what you expected them to do. You know, you had a little heartbreak. Maybe you even heard something through the grapevine that made you a little upset. But what is this? This is King of Pentacles again, and a decision around the King of Pentacles. And it's a tough decision because you don't know if this is a real offer. The Love card of the Ace of Cups landing in your lap, it's not coming through the way that you need. But again, I feel that there's this voice on the other end saying, hey, I've changed, or my circumstances have changed. I can now give you more. There's something that's giving you the indication that that might be the case, but the Two of Swords doesn't come out when a decision is easy. And the reason why she's blindfolded is because she feels disconnected with her intuition. And now, of course, this connects with I say her, in the picture it's a her, but it's not assigned to a gender. There's some connection here between her blindfold. The moon behind her, it's hard to see in this deck, but there's a moon behind her, and the moon always represents fears and intuition. It comes up in the High Priestess card. She can't even see which direction to go. She's blindfolded, fuzzy, confused. And maybe there's a little fear behind there, but it's connected to this Ace of Cups in reverse. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like, is this going to happen all over again? Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think, so let's say this person presents themselves as being stable again, like a stable option for you, and you feel that you have to make a choice. I think you are going to be on either of these swords represent the two directions you could go, right? Do I stay or do I go? Do I continue this path of enlightenment, following my lantern, just going towards what makes me happy? Or is what is going to make me happy somehow wrapped up in this King of Pentacles? Do I engage in this energy? So I feel that each side of each sword is represented by two energies within you. The Queen of Cups, who is nurturing, kind, thoughtful, sensitive, very watery, and naturally, like before they even know what they're doing, they're helping somebody, or like giving them a shoulder to cry on or something, right? Very Piscean. The other energy is not emotional. It's around truth, boundaries. It's very cerebral. It's mind over matter, mind over heart, head over heart, right? So that's the two directions you can take this. I feel that their energy, if it comes back into your world, it's going to be confusing for you. The real choice is within you. What side do you choose of yourself to make this decision? I could say that better, I apologize. But do you choose like the saver, the nurturer person who comes and saves, and they're all about just like, let's just hug it out? Or do you choose the side of you that has been kind of forged in fire and knows that boundaries are really important, and is more about facts, focusing on facts and information and those details? So anything we can enlighten Pisces about with this? Healing. This is it's very clear. This is all about healing from a period of feeling scarcity, not having enough. Five of Pentacles talks about being alone in a situation or feeling isolated in a situation, disconnected, sometimes ostracized in certain situations. If this were a financial reading, we'd say, oh, dang, Pisces, you're broke. Like, you don't have no money. But this is not so much financial as it is life path. And there's a relationship somehow coming into play in some context. It may be love for some of you guys, but it may not be love for others. I don't think it really matters which one. Either way, this is about your path, and it's the most important for you to get healing in this space. Like, screw disconnection, screw loneliness, screw isolation. That's what you're working on. So I love you guys. Hit the like button, consider subscribing. If you made it this far into the reading, become part of the family. I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.